Hey guys, it's been a while since I posted a video. I just am getting back in the groove here. I had a couple of honey-do list projects to take care of, and I had a little setback with the Jeep, and I'll try to show that to you here. And last time you saw the video, it was being put on jack stands, okay? And what happened was, after I got the car on the ground, I set the seat in it and sat down in it, which I had done before when I was up on the jig, but it's up in the air like that, it's hard to really get a good feel for it. But anyway, leg room was not where it needed to be, and I needed more, as much as I could get. So I had to try to find every inch of legroom I could. Originally, the firewall was going to be here. You can see that. No, you can't see it. Let me turn it around here. I think you can see it now. Originally, the firewall was supposed to be right here. But after finding out I didn't have the legroom, I wanted to move the firewall flush to this here, to this ledge of the body. But that required everything being moved. I had to move the motor forward about 3 inches, which meant here and all this, and even the transmission mount had to be moved forward 3 inches. And these bars that the motor plate's hooked to in the center had to be removed and bent and put back in and reattached. I had to cut out the underside. There's a crossbar on the frame underneath the motor. I had to cut it out. There was a bar here across the front. I had to cut it out because the crankshaft was going to come forward in the chassis. It turned into a lot of work, and I'm just now got it about finished up. I've got the motor set in, all the mid plates in. I got the transmission ready to attach the brackets for the transmission mount to sit on, and then I can get back to where I was a month ago. Also, I wanted to show you a little bit about bending pipe. It's not easy. I mean, it's kind of tricky. Some people probably think I'm crazy for the way I'm doing this, but this is the way I do it. And I'm going to do this. All right, so this is going to be a bar that's going to go underneath the snout. The frame rails are 24 inches apart. You can't measure exactly when you're bending pipe. You have to start 1 inch to 2 inches earlier. You can see this. You have to start earlier. See, like right now, this is 20. I'm hit frame rails at 24 inches outside to outside. See, I'm at 15 right here, and the center is 7.5. So I'm starting this bend at 15 inches with the intentions of the ends coming in 20 on the ends between and 24 on the outside of the frame rails. I also drew these marks here and here, which you may be able to see. Let me see if I can get this up here where you can see. See the marks here and the marks here for the frame rails. This is the 20 inches inside, 24 outside, and I'll use that to check my measurements. And so that's where we're at. And I'm fixing to bend some tubing with those marks on there and see how this all works. Well, actually, you know what? Here is something similar to the finished product. When you get done, this is what it looks like. Again, 20 24 on the outside, 20 on the inside. And then this is the center. These are the bends. And as you can see, they start early and all that. It's kind of a trick to do this. Hard to hit, a lot harder than you would think. It ain't like putting straight pipe in there. All right, I'm going to get going here. Let's see. I have a mark here that I'm going to center on the bend on both places, so I got the right thing. And I also have a mark on my bender. As you can see, there's lots of marks on there, but I know which one I'm shooting for. It's going to be that black one. So I'm going to bend it up till to this edge on between comes up to there and stop. And I'm going to be bending it here. So that way I can repeat it exactly the same on this side, and then we'll lay it out and see how it looks. Okay, so there's the mark that I lined up with the bender, and then there's a cross line here. And the reason I put that on there is because I want to make sure that this bend and this bend are on the same plane. You can do this to start with, and you can also, when you measure, when you get ready to bend it, you can verify that your bend is on the same plane by making sure this is vertical, because they're going to be bending on the vertical plane. Alright, so there's the bends. Now I'm going to verify them, which I can already tell. Not quite right. This one is not. Look at this to see. Actually, that's a good bend. It's almost perfect. Now, as you can see, to be shooting for these rails, I've got to shorten this up. But I got to make sure, because the oil filter has to go just above this bar at the frame rail, and I need to make sure I have 1.5 inch gap in there. So let's just see. Okay, I'm at 1 3/4 inches, which is good. So I'll cut this off here, and cut it off here, and we'll be good to roll. That's it for the moment. I'll have more video going here as I move along. I've got to attach all these underbars and crawl under it, and I don't think you want to watch me. Oh, there we go. I don't think you want to watch me crawl into the car and tack all this in here together. But we will be with you shortly.